PR are blocked, no more C2 and C3 proteins can be synthesized. These proteins are needed to enter the lysogenic pathway. CRO is made in high amounts. Lambda is irrevocably committed to the lytic pathway. The shutoff of these promoters also results in a change of lambda DNA replication. This stage, when the late proteins are being made, long linear concatenamers of DNA are synthesized by rolling circular replication. In a mechanism, replication proceeds in only one direction and can result in a very long chains of replicated DNA. This mechanism is efficient in permitting extensive, rapid, relatively uncontrolled DNA replication. Thus it is of value in the later stages of the phage replication cycle when large amounts of DNA are needed to form mature virions. The long concatenamers formed are then cut into virus-sized lengths by DNA cutting enzymes. In the case of lambda, unlike that T4, in section 9.9, the cutting enzymes make staggered breaks at specific sites on the two strands, 12 nucleotides apart, which provide the cohesive ends involved in the cyclization process. These DNA molecules are packaged in phage heads, and then the tails and other proteins are added. The cell is then lysed by the action of phage-encoded proteins. Although there are many differences between the lytic pathway of lambda and that of T4, the final result is the production of new virions and lysis of the cell. However, in the case of lambda infection, the host cell's metabolism is not irreversibly subverted early in the process, ensuring that lysogenization can take place if events favor. Lysis of lysogenization. We have seen that phage genes are controlled in such a way that viral proteins and nucleic acids are made in appropriate amounts and appropriate times. For many viruses, the patterns of expression always proceed in the same programmed manner. However, lambda and other tempered viruses have a genetic switch that controls whether the lytic pathways of lysogenic pathway is followed. So far, the steps we have outlined for lambda are those for the lytic pathway. We now consider how the genetic switch can be thrown to lead lysogeny. In order to establish lysogeny, the events must happen. The production of all late proteins must be prevented, and a copy of lambda genome must be integrated into the host chromosome. In order to be prevented synthesis of the late proteins, the product of the C1 gene must be produced. This protein is lambda repressor. If it is synthesized, it will repress the synthesis of all other lambda-encoded proteins. It is needed to establish lysogeny and to maintain the lysogenic state. The C1 gene is located between PL and PR, but these promoters are orientated in such a way that neither transcribes the C1 gene. The promoter that can produce mRNA from C1 gene during infection is called the P sub E promoter establishment, and is located on the map slightly to the right of the CRO gene, but facing the direction opposite that of PR. Therefore, transcription is in the direction opposite that promoted the PR. And, unlike other promoters we have previously mentioned, P sub E must be activated. Once it is lambda repressor protein is synthesized in the lysogenic pathway as follows. The product of the C2 gene is an activator protein. Section 8.6 that activates promoter P sub E and another promoter required for the production of integrase. Later, although the C2 protein is made early after infection, it is typically unstable in Escherichia coli because it is degraded by the host protease, an enzyme that degrades proteins. If the C2 protein is degraded, then there is no possibility that the lysogenic pathway can be chosen. The product of the C2 gene is, however, this protein can be stabilized by the phage-encoded C3 protein is there and no excess of host protease, or if there is an excess of C3 protein. If the C2 protein is stabilized, then it will be activated, P sub E, and lambda repressor protein will be made. This rather complicated process monitors conditions in the host. Lambda repressor binds to OOL and operator R, as does the CRO protein, but it binds to the sites within these operators in the order opposite that CRO, that is, it first binds to site 1, turning off PR and PL by a similar mechanism. When this happens, the synthesis of all other lambda proteins is stopped, and lambda cannot enter the lytic pathway. However, without the C2 protein, PE no longer functions, therefore it is lysogenic state. It is to be maintained. There must be another way to transcribe the C1 gene. Shows yet another promoter, PM, promoter maintenance. Promoter maintenance. The promoter is facing toward the C1 gene in the same direction as P establishment. It is activated when the lambda repressor binds to site 1, and is repressed only when the lambda repressor is bound to all 3 sites. Therefore, the lambda repressor is both a repressor and activator. When it binds to site 1, repressor PR, and activating PM maintenance, this type of regulation continues to occur even after lysogenization. Only the lambda repressor is made after lambda is integrated as a prophage. Integration of lambda DNA occurs at a unique site on the Escherichia coli chromosome and is required for lysogeny. Integrated occurs by insertion of the virus DNA into the host genome, thus effectively lengthening the host genome by the length of the virus DNA. As illustrated, on the injection, the cohesive ends of the linear lambda molecule find each other and form a circle, and it is circular DNA that becomes integrated into the host genome. The site created when these end joins is called COS. To establish lysogeny, genes 1 and INT encoding integrase must be expressed as we discussed. The integration process requires integrase, which is a site-specific topoisomerase, catalyzing recombination of the phage and bacteria attachment, sites labeled ATT. The INT gene has a promoter that LP establishment is activated by the C2 gene protein. During cell growth, the lambda repressor system prevents expression of the integrated lambda gene except for the gene 1, which codes for the lambda repressor. During host DNA replication, the integrated lambda DNA is replicated along with the rest of the host genome and transmitted to progeny cells. When release from repression occurs, the lambda lytic cycle occurs in order to be excised from the chromosome excisionase. XIS and the INT gene product are required. Lytic growth and lambda after induction. Agents that induce lambda lysogen cell containing lambda as a prophase to produce phage and agents that damage DNA. These include ultraviolet irradiation, X-rays, and DNA damaging chemicals such as nitrogen mustards. When DNA damage occurs, a host defense mechanism called SOS response is brought into play. An array of bacteria genes is turned on, some of which help the bacterium survive radiation. One result of DNA damage is that bacteria protein called RECA normal involvement in genetic recombination is turned into a special kind of protease that participates in the destruction of the lambda repressor. With the lambda repressor destroyed, the inhibition of expression of lambda-lytic genes is abolished. We should note that the protease activity of REC-A brought about the DNA damage normally plays an important role in the cell's response to DNA-damaging agents. Induction of bacteriophage lambda is thus an indirect consequence of the SOS response. Once the lambda repressor has been inactivated, the control exerted by the repressor is abolished, and new transcriptional events can be initiated. These almost inevitably led to lysis because even if the lambda repressor is made, it is inactivated. Rarely such treatment may cure a cell. That is, prophage was induced by but did not replicate as was lost during subsequent growth. Other strategies used by tempered viruses. Lambda provides one of the best studied examples of how a decision is made at a molecular level. It is also an important genetic tool and widely used in genetic engineering as a vector for carrying recombinant DNA. We describe these uses of lambda in Chapter 10. Other types of temperate viruses are known in bacteria, and some have also been widely studied. The virus P1, which will be also mentioned in Chapter 10, is a temperate virus that maintains itself in lysogenic state, not as an integrated prophage, but replicates as a circular DNA molecule in the cytoplasm, resembling a plasmid. Many animal viruses can also exist in provirus state. We will briefly discuss animal viruses in the next section, before discussing the retrovirus in some detail. Retrovirus inserts a DNA copy into the host genome as part of their replication cycle. Overview of animal viruses. The first few sections of the chapter were devoted to general properties of the virus, and little was said about animal viruses. Here we will discuss some of the attributes of animal viruses, setting the stages for discussion of the retrovirus, an interesting group of animal viruses, one of whose members causes acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, AIDS. In Chapter 16, we discuss several types of animal viruses in more detail. In our discussions of viral reproduction, in sections 9.5 to 9.7, we also dealt with the virus, host in a very general way. However, it is important to remember that the host of a bacteriophage is prokaryotic cell, and the host of an animal virus is eukaryotic cell. The difference between these cell types cause some of the differences in replication strategies of the virus that infect them. Differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes that affect virus multiplication. We have already discussed the fact that the presence of cell walls in bacteria and plants and their absence in animal cells lead to differences in viral attachment and penetration. For many bacteriophages,